Having said that, the first most important tip I think I will give you is to not work with your phone in the office. I think that is like one of the biggest productivity gains that you can have. Like there's no reason to do it. Even if you use Instagram for your business, I've run Instagram marketing agencies before. If you use social media for your business, use the desktop apps. They are so good these days that there's just no reason to like have your phone in there. Business communication, I would keep on Slack and so on. Like I've got the phone in here like as an example. You can also now set like your focus mode, so that you don't receive any notifications. Leave the phone outside of the room, and you can also, when you receive a call, you can set Apple shortcuts to send a text saying that you're working, and you'll get back to them in like an hour or whatever. But generally, like just leave your phone outside the room, and I think you'll see like vast gains in productivity. Um, One other little hack, like on the phone, put screen time on there as a, why is it not focusing? Put screen time as a widget. Anyway, it doesn't want to focus. There you have it. Screen time is as a widget on the home screen. And that's not actually my usage. It's used by one of our OnlyFans girls for recording TikTok content, which is why it's at 4 hours today. But this really like helps me to keep an eye on, like, if I've got 1 hour of phone usage before like 12 o'clock, it tells me I'm using the phone too much. So just in general, keep phones outside of the room. That's the most basic productivity tip. So now let's go into some of the more like interesting stuff. This is going to basically remove any distractions on YouTube. And I also strongly suggest that you only have like a limited number of YouTube channels that you're subscribed to, and they have a very specific purpose. I'm subscribed to about 10 channels, and they're all channels that I directly learn from. If it's something for like entertainment, that's okay. Potentially looking to make like a second YouTube channel that is not logged into automatically, and then when you want some entertainment, you log into that one. But for me, I just leave it. I leave my YouTube so that when I visit a video or when I'm like on the home screen, there's no recommended videos for me. There's nothing here it doesn't load. So there's nothing there to distract me. So if I am using YouTube, it's very intentional. It means I am directly searching for something. So I don't know, YouTube automation, for example. And then if I start watching a video here, there's also no comments, and there's no suggested videos. So it means that I can't get caught in like the YouTube trap, right? YouTube's algorithms are literally designed to steal your attentions, as are all social media platforms. It's literally what they're optimized for. They're recommending videos to you. So I want to be the one who's in control. I am intentionally using YouTube, whether it's for entertainment or if it's for researching something, whatever it may be, that sort of stops the distraction of recommended videos. So I just really suggest you to use a Chrome extension, and I use Unhook. There's like a few others. You can also adjust the settings, and like I said, just unsubscribe from any channels that you're not actively following and consuming content from. Like even if I don't fall into that category, absolutely unsubscribe from me. It's yeah, like that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm very ruthless with who I will choose to absorb information from. The next one is a little tool called Xtab. And what this does is limits the number of tabs that you can have open at one time. I'm one of the people who has like 100 tabs open, and I just get so caught up, like my mind is like all over the place, and I will just get so carried away. And by the end of the day, I've got 5 different sessions of Chrome open, and each like different session has got like 20 or 30 different tabs on it, from things I'm researching, things that I'm working on, and it is not a good way of working. If you're feeling busy, it means you're not in control. And in my opinion, there is such a thing as multitasking, but it's just not a productive way of working. I'm far more productive if I have very direct, consistent action. And I set my tab limit here. to 4 tabs at a time. That is the absolute maximum. And then if I try to open something new, so if I try to open, yeah, you'll have this, you've reached your tab limit, and it will just won't open anything. So it will tell me to go and close something else. And it's a great way of working. Before I used to have it at like 5, and I'm now at like 4 is quite a good number for me, but potentially I would like bring it down again. So yeah, Xtab is completely free. It works on Chrome. I would also go into your Chrome settings and have it active on incognito as well, so that you can't cheat the system. And it just forces you to be very direct on what you're working on. It doesn't allow you to open up more tabs to get carried away going down all different rabbit holes. So again, really, really simple, but it's just such a great tool for productivity, and it stops you trying to, it just doesn't allow you to work on multiple things at once. The next thing that I will talk about is a tool called Quitter for Mac. It's a plugin where it will automatically quit or hide an application after a certain amount of inactivity. So this stops distractions from coming up. Again, it's keeping you very intentional. Set rules and it will automatically quit these applications or just hide the applications. For example, Slack, I just don't want it visible in my workspace, so it will take it back down to the dock. And you can set any amount of time for like inactivity, and yeah, you literally just choose to quit or hide. So this runs locally on your. And then the next one we're also going to talk about is Menu Bar X. This is available on the App Store. I can't remember the exact price of it, but this allows you to generate any website that you're visiting very frequently. You can just store it like locally in the menu bar. So I'll make another one. So it will make a new tab up here, and you can just see I'm like setting this up, and it will ask us for like a start page. So in this example, we can do like Google, and basically all that will happen is whenever I click on this, it will keep a little version of Google there. So how to delete Instagram, my search thing today. And then it is just always like there and like readily accessible. So this, you can just use this in so many different ways. One of the ways that I use it is for a tool called like Brain FM, which plays music in the background. So it just means it's always one click away. If you're programming, perhaps you want Stack Overflow, anything, you can put like Netflix up there. And it just makes all these websites, rather than you needing to constantly navigate your bookmarks and so on, they're always there, one click away, just hidden. Perhaps Google Ads, like you want to check on, whatever it may be. Really, really nice app. And then also just on that note, another tool that I really recommend is brain.fm. This perhaps is more of like a commercial, well-known product, but it's music for productivity that is like scientifically backed. So when you go in, you can choose like what it is that you want to be listening to, like focus, relax, sleep, and then they have their various different categories within the application that you can actually choose. And you can choose how long you want to play it for and so on. And there's no vocals. So I find that rather than listening to like my own music, if there's like vocals, like talking, singing, whatever it may be, even like podcasts, it interrupts my trail of thought, and I will often find that I lose like where I am. Whereas with this, I will put on like AirPods Max. At first I didn't actually like these, but now I really do. I will just literally put these on, noise cancellation headphones, and play something on here, and I will just be in the zone almost straight away for working. And the noise cancellation is great for blocking out micro distractions, and I can achieve like a flow state. Not quite every time, but definitely every single day I will enter a state of flow where a long period of time will go past and I realize I have just been very productively focused on one task without even realizing it. It's like, yeah. So I strongly recommend Brain FM. But you have to pay for it. I think it's like $7 per month. You know, it's really nothing if you're assuming that you value your productivity. And I actually think they have a I think I can get you one month for free as an affiliate. I don't actually get any percentage of it, but I believe you can give 1 month away to your friends. So if that is the case, I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, really recommend it just for something to listen to. If you like, also just noise cancelling headphones in general, I think are really quite great for being productive. Now I generally use AirPods Max. Before I would use AirPods Pro, equally good. Next tool for productivity, Slapdash. This is a unbelievable tool, and it just gets better and better. I literally use this for everything. It allows you to interact with your cloud applications without having to actually go into them. So as an example, I have a Notion database. Let's say that I want to add down a note. I can just do Notion note, write down whatever I want, press enter, done. If I want to add to a specific Notion page, let's say a client project that I've got notes on, add this to the bottom of the page. Open in Notion. This should then open up, which is minimized currently, but yeah, add this to the bottom of the page like the text has been. That's just an example of Notion. You can plug in like a load of different, you can search like Stripe customers, like you could literally any cloud application that they have integrated. It just gives you functionality to just be able to hit a shortcut and start using the app. I'm not affiliated with these guys at all, but as much as I do like sing their praises, I just absolutely love what they are building. It's a fantastic idea. And you can also run like various different commands like lock screen. You can run locally. It's got your whole clipboard history. I have spoken about this stuff before. You can also run like build your own templates out, save your own links. So I can run like a Google search from here. And you can also plug in like your own scripts, APIs. Like I think you can actually return unsplash images. They have an example of on their website of how to do it, where you can run a query and it will actually return you the images in Slapdash without ever having to open anything. So yeah, it like you set it up yourself, customize it to your own workflow, but again, absolutely fantastic tool. On top of that, there's another tool. Slapdash, let's say, is working on cloud applications is what it's primarily for. They call it like an operating system for your cloud applications to integrate and talk with each other. So it works through sending API requests. Then if you want something more local, I really recommend Alfred. So you can search like your documents. I actually replaced the Finder search with Alfred. You can also run like a Google search. Like Google search, hit my tab limit. But the other really interesting thing you can do is if you're using like 1Password, or perhaps they have like a few other integrations as well, I can type in 1Password, and then let's say I want to do Google Ads, this will actually go and log in for me. So it will then open the page once it's logged in. And if there's anything that you're visiting like really quite frequently, I think this is a great, just a little time saver. You know, you're talking seconds, microseconds and so on, but it's just such a great time saver, which is like really what we're looking for as well, right? And a few other things, just like I guess notes to add on at the end here. Really easy investments that you can make in order to work more productive and be more productive. Buy a good laptop. If you're making an online business, you should, and assuming that you're spending 8 hours per day working at a laptop, you should be working on a top spec MacBook Pro. It has got to be one of the, or like another laptop if you prefer Windows or something like that, but just don't be tight on like the tools that you're working with. If you're saving a couple of seconds per day over the course of a year, it just completely adds up and it will pay for itself.